Woo! Live!
Woo.
So remember, guys, no making fun of Squeegee now.
Where's the fun in that?
Yep.
Oh, I should probably not have that on. Yeah, no, I noticed that, and I was like, oh, hey, maybe I should not have that in the screen with the big red border. I fixed it. It's okay. We're good.
So, welcome to the Carpe Diem and his victims. I mean, the Halfling stash. We have...
I think the verse title is a little bit more accurate.
Oh, come on. It's not like I'm going to throw you guys all into a big pile of shit again. Right?
Are you sure?
I don't know.
So, you've all got bios. Go ahead and introduce your characters. And or yourselves.
The fuck was that?
Someone Skype.
Hopefully not mine. Oh. No, not mine.
All right.
Okay.
Starting with me, I am Cyranus. I'll be playing a human warlock. His name is Vlar Dabolis. Having spent much time in isolation, he has returned to the world with terrible news. He has learned that there are horrible tentacled beasts just beyond our world, and the world's reliance on magic has allowed them even closer. He has gained the favor of one of these creatures, but it has scarred his mind. His paranoia has taken form of an excellent eye for noticing traps and other things, but has also resulted in a lack of concern for mundane dangers such as trolls and demons. He's went to the adventurers guild to warn them, but is afraid that they are not taking his concerns seriously. They have sent him out to prove himself with several other aspiring members of the guild. All right.
Well, my name is Xavier Moonshadow. I was born into the Moonshadow family of warlocks, but unfortunately my muscular build betrayed my family's heritage. So they ended up sending me to the Adventurers Guild for training. And I was trained in the arts of fighting with a great sword and shield, occasionally, but today just with my axe, which happens to be one of the best axes made by Tranquil Fuzzlebeard. And yes, I grew up training as a fighter and training in some magical, I do have some magical precocity, but I'm not the wizard my family wanted.
I am playing a character called Calictur, who I'm quickly trying to read the character bio of. A simple wolf carver was originally only known for occasionally flying into a rage in whichever tavern he happened to be supporting at the time after saving a village by single-handedly taking down an ogre. Oh, Jesus. Calic became a household name in the Halfling cities. His abilities continued to shine until the Adventurers Guild approached him to ask if he wanted to join and acquire some specialized training he could only find at the Adventurers Guild, and spread his talents around the world. As a man who believes in striving to be the best in combat, and that his talent should be used to protect the world, Calictur accepted and has been sent to an initiation, in quotations, quest. It should be no problem.
Yeah. All right. So, you guys have all joined the Adventurers Guild, and they have sent you off on your first initiate quest to make sure that everything's all good. And although you guys have all shown proclivity for adventuring, they want to make sure that you guys are going to be successful rather than just die to the nearest pack of goblins. So they have sent you to a halfling village called Riverbend. And this halfling village has reported that they're having trouble because they need their stash, appropriately timed, they need their stash of gold, and it has been stolen. They need to make their payments to the nearby farmer's village to get some food, because this is more of a training and, I guess, more or less tourism village. And all of the halflings in this village are fighters and monks and other warriors that help protect the nearby towns from rampaging trolls, ogres, etc. So, you guys have arrived in the vicinity of the village. Going along the road, you know that the village is off to the east.
All right. Let's go down the road. Behind this big rock here. And then you said it was to the east, right?
Yep.
Go this way. And then into the brush.
All right. Vlar, you see a halfling speaking with a couple of other halflings near a large thatch-roofed hut. Looks like kind of a town hall, town center kind of thing.
Okay.
So we're retrieving this stash from this town or the town over?
It is for this town.
For this town. Okay.
Yes.
Guys, should we go say hi?
Yes, let's go say hi. I'm already on my way.
One of the halflings obviously is wearing a little bit better clothes than the others. He has a short, close-cropped beard, no mustache. His hair is tied back in a very tight ponytail. Kalik, you recognize this as an obvious symbol of a distinguished warrior. He greets you and recognizes your Adventurers Guild insignias and says, finally! They've sent someone. I am Kelvin. And who might you be?
Well met, Kelvin. My name is Xavier Moonshadow.
Great.
As my eyes are darting side to side looking for traps, I go, Vlar Diabolus, Dabla on Dabolus. Names are hard. and I continue looking along the ground. Well, eyes scanning the ground.
Right. And you?
I am Calictur.
Oh, my goodness. The Calictur?
Yes, yes.
The one that slew an ogre?
The one and only Calictur.
I didn't realize you joined the Adventurers Guild. That's quite impressive. Fantastic. Well, I assume you've heard the problem. How can I help?
We need to know where to begin looking for this stash that you're missing.
Oh, of course. The strongbox is located at the back of the town hall. I can show you.
All right.
And he takes you around the town hall to the back, and you see right here there is a bunch of rubble at the back of the stone walls of the large hut.
Oh, seems like you've had a break-in.
Yep. Standing near the hole training are two young halfling boys. Kelvin says, "These are my sons, John and Jack. They were supposed to be," and glares at them, "watching the strongbox, but apparently they fell asleep.
That would do it.
And didn't wake up for the destruction of the town hall. And when I came to speak to them, the box was gone." The boys both kind of stand there looking sheepish.
Okay.
So the box was completely destroyed?
No. We have not found any pieces of the box at all. It's missing. As you look at the pile of rubble, you see that it leads into a small room with a locked door, although the door does not appear to be barred at the moment. And there is a squat, well-built table that looks like it would be capable of holding something very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So, Kelvin, you said your sons were asleep this entire time. Are you sure that they didn't see anything? They didn't have, any idea that this was going on?
Well, I find it hard to believe that they could sleep through a stone wall being crumbled. However,
I don't know. I've slept through storms before.
well, I suppose that's all right then.
Do you have any suspects as to who knew this large amount of gold was in the town strongbox and town stash today?
Well, everyone in the town, of course, knows that we keep our strongbox here, but we also use this box to pay for our food. This town has only very small gardens, and it isn't enough to sustain all of us. We spend most of our time going out to other villages to keep the trolls and ogres from destroying the village. We're sort of a militia, I suppose you might say.
Okay. Interesting.
Is there any noticeable trail leading away from where the strongbox was kept?
Go ahead and roll a perception or investigation.
Perception.
While while Tech is doing this, I will also inspect the wall to see if I can see, what might have caused the destruction, whether it was, magical or industrial, or whether it was just done by human,
or at least humanoid.
Yes.
All right. Calic, you find poop that has been smeared all over some of the rocks. And Xavier...
Sorry, wait, did you say poop?
I said poop.
Oh god, no.
Oh god, no.
Flashbacks.
Oh, flashbacks.
Xavier, you are, of course, the one who has stepped in a little bit of the poop, which is probably what made it so easy for Callic to notice it.
Yeah.
Um,
that has a certainly ripe smell.
but you can't entirely tell what has caused the small cave-in. However, it is definitely, what you do notice is that it is small and precise rather than just like somebody tried to take down the wall.
Okay, thank you.
It is a hole in the wall rather than just like a destroyed wall.
Destroyed wall. Okay, so it doesn't look like an RPG's hit it. It looks like someone specifically, taken out this area of...
Yeah, and it is small enough for probably any halfling or a human child or any number of smaller creatures to pass through.
Okay.
It also looks to be about the right size for a moderately sized strong box, probably like
Yeah.
Sounds like the work of poop goblins.
Well, it definitely does.
This was out of character. I had the moose horns going.
Callic and Xavier, you've actually heard of Majarius's Dungeon of Danger, and you've probably seen the rescries of it. And there is definitely not enough poop for this to be his doing.
Okay, so it's not.
It's just like somebody pooped on the side while they were taking the rubble down.
So we're not dealing with like a rogue poopiomancer?
No.
Okay.
No, there's definitely not nearly enough poop for that.
Not enough poop.
This is just like somebody was in the middle of their light demolition and said, "Oh man, I gotta take a crap."
Okay.
So there's no fecal trail to follow?
Yeah, there's no fecal trail.
You look around the area, and there does not appear to be a fecal trail.
Okay, there's no fecal trail. Damn it. That the poop was gonna leave.
Oh, if only it could have been that simple.
Yep. You do see some small footprints, which really could be anything without a check, heading off in this direction.
Would that be a perception check?
It would actually be survival.
Survival.
Oh,
Yep.
that's...
Or
Let's see if...
Well,
I got the fuck out of survival. Like
NC survival.
Yeah, buddy.
How high is my fucking wisdom? Jesus.
all right.
Pretty high.
So Callic, being the most familiar with halfling feet, you notice that these are probably not halfling feet. They're just a little bit too large. They could, however, be goblin feet.
Oh.
And you know that goblins are pests in most parts of the world.
Right.
Yes, but are they poop goblins?
No, these are the ones that are pests in the majority of the world are regular goblins.
Okay.
Small,
Regular,
green, large-headed,
non-poopy.
large feet, annoying as crap, not very bright,
Right.
likes shiny things, that kind of thing.
Apparently strong enough to lift the strong box.
Probably like a few of them would be.
Hmm.
Okay. How many sets of footprints are there?
There are actually 2 sets of footprints that go off in this direction. But after a little while, they stop sinking so deep into the earth, and you have some trouble finding the trail.
But we know at the very least that they went in this general direction, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn to Kelvin, and I'm gonna say, "We'll get your stash back."
All right.
Start following the trail in this direction.
Okay. Kelvin says, thank you. If you need anything else, feel free to ask any of the villagers, myself. I'm sure that my sons, he glares at them, would be happy to help in anything you need. And while you don't need them, they will be practicing as usual.
And not sleeping.
All right. If you don't need anything further from him, he's going to go back around to the front of the town hall.
Alrighty. And we shall go into the scary dark woods,
All right.
which are presumably dark and or scary.
It's well lit, and you're kind of on the edge of the foothills of a mountain, so the tree coverage is somewhat sparse, and there's plenty of sunlight getting through.
Hold here, guys. I think I see something up ahead.
Yep, you see a halfling hut.
I don't... Yeah. What would we like to do?
I'll walk up and just be like, hey, is anyone inside there?
Yes, hello. How can I help you? It is a female halfling. She has bright red leather armor and a greatsword strapped to her back.
Leather armor and a greatsword?
Yep.
That's
Interesting.
I'll say
What can I do for you? Oh my gosh, are you Calictur?
Yes, I am Calictur.
That is so cool.
My eyes are gonna be still scanning the ground.
Might you happen to have seen some goblins go past here recently,
Recently?
or know of any goblins in the immediate area?
She kind of looks to the side. Yeah, well, there's the goblins in the caves off to the southwest. Why? What's up?
Oh, there was a theft rather recently that we've been hired to take care of. We believe it may have been goblins.
Oh, that would explain it if it was the goblins.
Yes.
Well, yes, the goblins are they pretty much keep to their caves. They're very well behaved as far as goblins go. Of course, it helps that we can put them down if they need it. Yeah,
It's probably where we should head, Kalak. Or Kalik, sorry.
Well, to the southwest, I suppose. Is this north?
yes.
Yeah, this would...
Okay, so southwest would be, or rather,
Southwest
There
is
you
there.
oh, southeast. I can direction. Okay, I've seen a compass. All right, so I'll say-
Follow me. I turn to the party and say, follow me.
we'll go that way.
I follow you.
All right.
I still scanning the ground for traps.
Yep. You don't see any traps. Seems like this is a pretty well laid out village. Actually, a little bit stretched out. There's the houses aren't in terribly close proximity. All right. Xavier and Vlar, as you walk between the two halfling huts, you see an opening to a cave over here, and the opening has a distinctive smell, that of urine and a little bit of feces. Definitely smells like goblins have claimed it as their own.
I think we found it, boys and girls.
All right.
Around you, you hear the sounds of halflings practicing with wooden blades and swords.
Well, smells terrible in there. So who wants to go in first?
Well, I'm not too stealthy, but I could go check out the entry and see if I could see anything down in there. Would you like me to do that?
Go ahead.
All right. Xavier, are you trying to sneak into the cave?
No, I am just at the entrance looking down into the cave at this point.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Certainly. I can't see much at all.
Yep, you can see into the cave. You can see that there is a branching path, one that goes kind of to the south and one that goes more directly to the west. Otherwise, it looks like a regular cave, stone walls, very rough, rugged floor. It slopes down, so you would be going down deeper into the mountain that kind of raises up over the road.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast light onto my great axe.
Okay.
And obviously I equip it. It's in my hand, so I cast light onto it, so I can see. And I'm going to proceed about 10 foot, 15 foot down into the cave to get a better view of the side passages.
All right. Both side passages appear to be empty from what you can see. You do hear a little bit of noise from the south. You can't quite make it out. And you hear a small ruckus coming from the west.
I turn to my companion.
Like an excited crowd rather than a problem.
Angry mob. Okay. Yeah. What are your thoughts? I turn to my companion.
Let's go check it out.
Is one of you more proficient in sneaking? Are we just gonna walk in here to these goblins' home, or are we gonna try and? Is one of you able to sneak in and get some more intelligence before we go committing to just walking in their front door, so to speak?
Out of character, what's your stealth modifier?
I think that's what he's asking in character.
That's why I'm asking in character. What the hell is going on? My stealth modifier is 0.
Oh, same.
I'm not a stealthy individual.
Okay. It's just rude to go down and invade these people's homes.
Well, they're goblins. They're not really people. That's like
they're creatures nonetheless.
It's rude to invade this raccoon's home in my garbage can.
Well,
hey, goblins are people too, okay?
Yes, goblins are people too.
No, they're not.
I mean, I'm quite happy to lead the way, guys. I just would like, your consensus as to whether or not I should just go barging in here. Whether or not you think it's appropriate, given the nature of our task.
We'll sneak as close as we can and then slaughter them all.
Alrighty then. Are we going to go to the south or the west first?
Which direction were the voices coming from again?
West.
There were quieter voices to the south, and the ruckus was coming from the west.
Right. Let's try the south first.
Okay, towards the south?
Yeah. I like this dynamic lighting thing we got going on.
I love the dynamic lighting.
That's pretty sweet. Like I noticed it was changing as I was moving my token around. It's pretty sweet.
Stealth on down.
Super stealthy, just kind of walking around. I'm gonna be really pissed if it turns out these goblins don't have the gold.
All right. So
Ooh.
you see,
Oh, fuck.
Goblin. Crap.
you see 3 goblins.
I don't know what we expected to find.
They're all sitting around a small, I guess you could call it a table. It's more like a flat rock on which they have assorted rats and other small critters that have obviously been smashed with some other rock. They're all eating and kind of chittering to each other.
No, they're just having a nice little, friendly meal.
Mm-hmm.
Do they notice us at this point, considering
Yes.
I've got like a... Okay.
Yes, they kind of look at you. They notice the 2 humans, and they look quite a bit more scared than they do after they notice the halfling. They notice the halfling, and then they're like, meh, and turn back and continue.
Oh, that's scary.
Well, someone knows we're here. We might as well keep going.
They seem to not care.
Yep.
They definitely look a little bit frightened of 2 humans.
Okay, taking the light away.
Don't take the light away.
Sorry about that. You guys should probably try and keep up.
All right, as you guys
And I'm off the map. Hang on. Sorry, out of character.
As you guys start going through that passage, you can hear the sound of rushing water coming closer.
That doesn't sound like a good thing. Wait,
Sound of rushing water.
it's an underground river. Oh,
Oh, look, a bridge.
Yep, there's a bridge, and you also hear the sound of a waterfall to your left, to the south. And
I go a bit south. Okay.
There's a
And then I go to the north a bit.
as you enter the clearing, I gotta grab a token for this.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, don't worry, it's not bad.
That's what you said about the fucking poop dungeon.
Okay, I will admit that is what I said about the poop dungeon. But you guys survived it and even succeeded. What's the big deal?
Poop dungeon. I think that's on YouTube. Go back and watch that later.
God, I can't wait till that goes up on YouTube.
the gnome made some good recordings of the entire adventure.
So you see a bonfire off on the other side of the river to the west.
Mm-hmm.
And these 2 halflings.
Yep, these 2 halflings, this small halfling, child, these 2 are actually kind of talking to the younger one. There's also a halfling on this pillar in the middle, fighting a goblin. The halfling is using a wooden sword, and the goblin is using a dagger.
Like a real dagger?
Yep, like a real dagger.
And a wooden sword.
And a wooden sword.
Is he being forced?
The goblin?
No, the
little halfling?
The tiny halfling.
The
tinier halfling.
The tinier halfling. You can't tell just by looking, so you'd have to roll an insight check.
All right.
Right.
Let's roll that insight.
Oh. Fuck it. No, that's not a horrible roll.
There it is. Boom.
I guess we'll have to call you Calic the Wise.
No.
I don't know if my roll is good enough.
So,
I'm suddenly feeling a lot better about my insight check.
Vlar and Xavier, neither of you have enough experience with halflings to really read their expressions very well. Calic, you can tell that this is probably just regular training that these halflings do. They take advantage of the fact that the goblins are more or less domesticated here. And so it looks like this is just training. He doesn't look like he's... I mean, any more so than regular training is somewhat forced sometimes for kids. It's like your mom making you practice the piano.
Right, but it looks like he's sparring. Like they're not actually trying to kill each other.
Well, the goblin looks like it's kind of trying, but it's not doing very well. But the kid looks like he's actively trying to defeat the goblin, but not necessarily kill it.
Okay.
Although the fact that he's using a wooden sword makes it so that he doesn't have to pull his punch too much.
Right.
Calic, are we going to keep going across, or are we going to talk to these two first?
We may as well see if these two have seen the strong box.
The kid kind of steps back to let you guys pass and grabs the goblin like by the back of the neck and pulls it over.
Walk up here and I'll say, "Excuse me."
And the goblin like swings with the knife, obviously not paying attention to the people that are walking through. Yes? Pop. Smacks it with the wooden sword.
Would you have happened to see a what material was the strong box made of again?
Oh, our strong box is made of steel.
Would you have happened to have seen a steel strong box around at all?
Well, I mean, we've seen it every time we get food, but we haven't seen it for about a week since it got stolen.
Right.
He easily deflects the goblin's knife as it gets close to his armpit.
A week, you say?
Yes.
In a week.
Well, it takes a little while to travel from the Adventurers Guild
Right. Yeah.
to town, so it's been a little while.
How often do you come into these caves?
Oh, each family gets a day to train. And I mean, one goblin isn't bad anymore, so I'm about to move on to 2 or 3. He looks back, says, "My brother's still only on 1."
Have you noticed anything different about any of the way maybe the goblins have been acting recently?
Huh. Well, there have been a few that have been keeping to themselves a lot more. I mean, I don't really know which ones they are, but there's one with a little skull on his head, like a rabbit skull kind of thing. It's kind of funny because it's way too small for his head. But I mean, he wears it all the time. Like he and a couple of his buddies, we don't see him up here practicing very often.
Where would they be? Do you know where they are?
Probably hiding in the tunnels somewhere.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to wander around until we find them at this point.
Yep.
All right.
I will point out that the 3 you noticed before, none of them had a rabbit skull hat.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
And with the rabbit skull hat, think like Abbott and Costello, except instead of the tiny little bowler hat on top of the guy's head, it's a tiny little rabbit skull.
Yeah, that's pretty much the image that I had in my head. I'm gonna cross the bridge and have a look around on the other side to see if there's any other tunnels leading out of the back of this bit.
Yep. It looks like there is probably a tunnel to the south.
Yeah.
As you walk by, you hear the two adult halflings, one a woman, one a man. They're talking to their younger son, it looks like, and pointing out like how the older son is, making that particular parry, or how he pulled that punch because if you hit the goblin, too hard on the head, it'll probably fall over into the water and die.
Yeah. So it's just a normal day in the waterfall cave.
Yep, pretty much. And you hear some of the goblins like trying to bet on which ones. And you see about an equal amount betting on the goblin, and they're betting, like small rocks that have like sparkly sides.
But they can't count very well, so they're basically betting everything.
Pretty much. One of them's got like the broken haft of a sword, and he's like, "Yeah," and throws it in, apparently to equal the bet of a small insect.
Nice. Let's keep going, everybody. Calic, come on.
Stay in the light.
Stay in the light.
Deep ones can see.
Ooh, okay. No, that's not another cave. Keep going.
Onward.
Onward. Onward. Ooh, okay.
That's well.
There's a passage up here, guys.
Alright,
You hear the noises of loudly eating and arguing goblins up to the north, and a whole bunch of snores to the south.
All right, let's go towards the arguing.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
Oh,
Many
that was
goblins.
fast.
Poor Dojo was missing things.
Nah, poor Dojo.
All right, so you come upon a group of goblins, and they are all arguing over what appears to be a gold piece.
Aha!
And they're arguing, "Oh, this is mine! I got it! No, mine! 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 I won this one!"
Hey, what are you doing?
Ah! As they see the human.
This doesn't seem to be enough. Actually, do we see the one with the rabbit skull?
Yeah, do we see
Doesn't
rabbit
appear
skull?
to have a rabbit skull. They have varying amounts of clothes on.
Alright,
a couple of them
so-
are completely naked.
Ew.
Okay. Ew.
And
Naked
one of the
goblin.
naked ones has his mitts on the gold piece and is like trying to pull it away from another one who has like a potato sack kind of all over his body and has
Okay.
like a wooden stick, obviously trying to be a sword. It kind of like, how kids pick up sticks in the yard and they're like fighting
Yeah.
them? Like that kind of a stick.
Ah, okay.
Like
A
it looks
little-
enough like a sword.
A little less aggressively. Hey, you, where did you get that from?
Rabbit skull. I
Rabbit
won it
skull.
from him. No, I won it from him. No, I won it from him. No, I won
Where is he?
Where is he? Nice one,
I don't know,
Sylvan.
hiding.
Hiding? Again.
I won it from him. No, I won it from him. No, I won it from him.
I'm just going to check that there's nothing further up the tunnel at this point and be like, guys, I don't think he's here. Let's head back south. and just continue on. Let's get over here and hug the wall, guys, so we don't get lost.
You guys can all roll another insight check.
Okay.
Insight. Is insight the one that I have or I don't have? I do not. Insight is the one that I do not. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh, Calic, nat 20.
No, I don't have insight. Oh, wait.
Wait, nat
I don't-
20.
I don't fucking need insight, bitch.
Nope.
The dice are liking me today.
The 13 on the inside.
Yep. Calic, you're getting the impression that there is no way these goblins masterminded the stealing of the strong box.
Right.
They could have been involved somehow, but it was obviously the responsibility of someone or something else.
You would think so with the way that they seem to be acting
Yes.
thus far.
All right.
But they definitely have gotten the gold piece from this rat skull goblin. So rat skull must be a little bit smarter than your average gob.
That could be.
This is what I'm saying to like Calic, because Calic's
Right.
you know,
Do
relaying
did I come to the same conclusion, or
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. You all got it. These goblins are dumb.
yeah.
I kind of want to kill them.
Be nice to the fucking goblins. You go and kill every fucking rabbit you see.
Yes, they're
Ah.
delicious.
Rabbits,
Oh, look.
rabbits. Oh, more
Oh,
goblins.
goblins.
If the rabbit is eating your carrots, maybe, or stealing your
They're
gold pieces.
Rabbit
delicious.
Alright.
lives matter, okay?
You see what is obviously a puppy pile assortment of goblins. They are all
Puppy pile.
They are all sleeping on the cavern floor, which is lightly covered with various like branches and leaves, kind of almost like a bed, except it doesn't look like it's very comfortable. And they're all pretty much snoring.
I don't think I see Rat Skull here. Do you guys want to have a quick like look before we wake these guys up?
One of them is apparently dreaming of being a dog.
And you just hear "my precious" out of one of them. We're like, what?
Perception.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, the dice decide that they don't like me anymore, guys.
All right, do we see?
Do it,
Do we
Vla.
see the rabbit skull?
Vlar, you do see a few rabbit skulls. Well, presumably rabbit skulls, because they're, skulls of small animals. Littered in and amongst the puppy pile. None of them appear to be worn.
Aha.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of skulls. It looks like maybe they might eat here as well sometimes.
Okay.
Right.
Let's keep going. This
Like a normal depressed teenager.
yeah, we're all just like adventurous guild quests, I swear. All we do is walk around the place.
Oh, goblins to the north.
Oh. Oh. Goblins.
All right. These are sitting there, like, obviously pretending to, like, roll dice, except all they have are, like, bones, and they're betting on something, and then one of them throws the bones down and goes, "Ha! Rounded end up! I win!" And they're like, "No, the rounded end is down!" And you realize that there are rounded ends that go up and down.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so they're trying to gamble, and it's just not working.
We're pretty close to them. We're like,
Yeah.
Give me a second. We're 10 feet away. Do we see one of them wearing a rabbit skull on their head?
No, none of these are wearing much of anything. They're all gambling with like small stones that they're literally picking up from the floor and like
Okay.
throwing into the middle.
So yet more naked goblins. Great.
Yep.
Let's
Back
keep
over
going.
to the edge of the light.
Ooh, broken bridge.
You see a little bit of light coming from over here. Can you see where that lit up?
Can
Yeah.
my illusions produce light?
Your illusions cannot produce light.
Okay.
Where was it supposed to light up?
It's off to the east, a little bit south and east.
Yeah, I'm almost in the water. Am I still on the bridge there? Yeah, I'm still on the bridge. Okay, I still
You're
can't see
balancing kind of
anything.
on the edge of the bridge, and you can see the
Hang
very.
on. Give me a second. Acrobatics check. Yes, I am balancing on the edge of the bridge. Sorry, I had to do that. Rule lawyering myself.
Goblins are just naturally the stupid dojo.
How do you fail at gambling? Total.
So there's light coming from the other side of this river. Oh, there's some light.
Oh, there's
A
some
little
light.
light.
How fast is the water moving?
There we go. Dim light.
Ah.
The water is moving pretty fast because it's actually headed towards the waterfall that you guys heard and saw earlier.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not traversable.
No, not traversable. We head north.
Hey, a bridge.
Hey, a bridge.
Hey, what do you know?
Ah!
What?
Whoa.
Whoa!
Yeah. I fixed that.
Is playing games with us, guys. Called Dungeons and Dragons. Right?
That was weird. Did something just teleport us and teleport us back?
Sure. It was a very unusual experience, and you're not sure why it happened.
What just happened, guys? We have no idea.
I think we've gotten back to the entrance now.
I think the Great Old.
I believe this is where we came in.
It's
This is the
towards
first
where we
bridge
came.
we crossed.
I'm just gonna go up ahead. Ooh, the cave forks around away from the entrance, though.
Actually, hold on. Did we even see what's his face? The
Rabbit skull?
rabbit skull over by where all the goblins and the gnomes, the halflings were sparring.
No, you did not see him there.
Goblins. We have goblins. Many goblins.
Oh, that's a lot of goblins.
Yep.
Maybe this isn't the entrance.
Some of them are kind of resting against the back of the cave, and they all kind of come alert as soon as you guys come around the corner. They look at you and they're like, "What you want?"
Are any of them wearing rabbit skulls?
A few of them are wearing skulls. I'm gonna go ahead and ask for a survival check to see if it is a rabbit.
I have survival. Haha. I actually have this one, guys. An 11 is still having it. Don't.
12.
Bar has it a little better. It's okay.
You guys can't really tell what kind of animal this is. None of you are familiar enough with the skulls of small animals.
Is Rabbit Skull here? I'm just gonna come out and ask them.
They look around kind of confused. They're like, Hoppy Hoppy?
Yes, Hoppy Hoppy. Hoppy Hoppy on head. Hoppy
Big
Hoppy
tail.
on head.
Big tail.
No. Skull.
Yeah,
Like,
big tail.
and I point.
They point at the skulls there.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, big tail.
Big tail. Is Big Tail around here?
No. Big tail. They're pointing at the skulls. Big tail.
Fucking goblins.
Oh, sweet
Can we
Jesus.
slaughter them? Out of character. Can we slaughter them, please?
They must be talking about
Mean and
squirrels.
Not nice.
Those are squirrel. Are they squirrel skulls rather than rabbit skulls? Because
Could be.
rabbits don't have big tails.
Yeah.
That certainly seems reasonable.
At this point, I'm just
Go
scratching
back.
my
Go
head
back.
going,
Go back. No fighting here.
Could you use your light to check to see if there's any other directions we can go?
No. Go back. No fighting here. Go back. They all kind of move around you in a defensive motion. They don't appear hostile, but it looks basically like they're trying to protect their home. Also, a couple of these appear to be like smaller goblins, like maybe children.
Listen,
is it all right if we pass through?
yes.
Why? No fighting here. Fighting back there. By big fire.
We're not wanting to fight. We just need to find.
No. We not fight back here. We just sleep and eat and learn. We learn back here. Learn, right? Yeah, right word. Yeah. Learn. We learn back here. Go back fighting that way.